that New Jersey played 8 maps.
Are we live? We're live.
We're live. I don't know if we're through.
We are through as of
Oh.
now, I believe. Just now. We have been put through. Hello, everyone. Welcome to United States Cup. There's the best intro ever done.
Yeah, we were well prepared. We were well prepared.
We're locked in.
Yeah, we're prepped. Yep, it's great. It's fine. Everything is awesome. But yeah, this is losers bracket round 1. It is Louisiana. It is New Jersey. You can see them on your screen. We're, as you could hear, discussing, kind of compared scores and stuff between these teams. New Jersey had that 5-3 loss, upset loss, technically speaking, at the hands of Minnesota. Louisiana 5-0'd by SoCal. It's an uphill battle from the start for Louisiana in this matchup, unfortunately. Any team that doesn't have 6 members, I feel like, is always automatically at a disadvantage. And, just looking at Louisiana's scores last week, even taking the free mod 2 out of the equation, since that was, just like a for fun moment for them, even taking that out of the equation, it's, I think, going to be a struggle against a New Jersey team that just has more players and has more experience.
I agree. Louisiana and New Jersey, both longer participating members of United States Cup. Neither of them are new to this competition, but Louisiana, right out of the gate, they are a bottom 4 seeded team. They actually only had 4 registrations for the entire tournament. Despite that, they are not bottom seed based on their overall rankings. New Jersey, however, is almost a top 12 team. They are a top 16 team at number 13 overall, BWS out of registrations. Statistics don't really fare in favor of Louisiana either, unfortunately. Now, they did have a very difficult matchup last week, facing off against SoCal, who is quite a good team this year. I don't think they quite match up to NorCal, but definitely a top-level team. Louisiana, after that match, unfortunately coming in as the bottom-performing team last week. 32 out of 32. So a little bit of a rough start. They didn't really take, I think, some of those ending maps quite as seriously, so that team performance might not be as reflective of what they're able to do in a realistic scenario, not playing against a team like SoCal, but you do have to wonder how much of that factors in either way. I think they still would have been probably a bottom 4 team in terms of performance score. Compared to New Jersey, who was a top 12 team in terms of performance score. They got number 10 after last week. They won 5 maps, lost 3. They had a pretty difficult matchup regardless. Or lost 5, won 3 maps. So despite the fact that they lost that match, they did perform semi-well overall. Unfortunately, a different roster and team mental maybe being shifted a little bit during that match resulted in them probably not performing the way that they entirely wanted to. They were also missing Water, who was a big member for them on a few slots, so Minnesota was able to win that one. So, bit of an unfortunate start for New Jersey, bit of an unfortunate start for Louisiana. Now they get to face off against each other and see who is able to, as the kids say, lock in more.
Yeah, I mean, it's a big year of, we don't have anybody in slot 1, seriously?
Oh boy.
That's kind of annoying, because that's where the audio comes from. That's kind of annoying. And somebody else has either DC'd or left. I don't know what we're doing. What are we doing?
Oh, you aborted. We have aborted the warm-up. That has...
The warm-up got aborted. Okay, all right.
The warm-up is over, I guess.
All right, good warm-up. Next warm-up. But yeah, so New Jersey has a lot of turnover this year, and they lost, the like most experienced members of the roster. Not having Miles on that team, both for like his captaincy, and for his playing ability, is really a bit unfortunate, but I think they can still potentially make some waves here in losers bracket. So yeah, I don't know. Louisiana, I'm just looking at the stats for Louisiana, man, and it's a really even if you take out free mod 2, where they were obviously just like chilling, 15th out of 16 scores on the Nomad 2 last week. What's the other one? There was like there was a map that was played a whole lot.
They got last
18th out of 20th, 18th out of 20 on DT3.
Yep.
20th out of 20 on the free mod 3. So I mean, by any objective measure, it feels bad to say, but somebody's got to be the worst team in the tournament, and right now that is just very firmly them.
Yes. Yes, it is, unfortunately. They have, I mean, there are very few maps where they are not either from round of 32, the lowest team average or almost the lowest team average. They were third from last in terms of team performance on DT3, only beating out Stateless and Kentucky. And they were, as you mentioned earlier, second from last, 15th out of 16th on Nomad 2. The rest of the maps, they were the lowest team average, unfortunately. So a bit of a rough start for Louisiana. But again, it's a new pool. It's a new week. Same best of. So we'll see if they're able to make a bit of a turnaround. But again, you know, I think this is just opponent difference this week. New Jersey is an inherently strong team. They are a team that very, very rarely, actually, if at all that I remember, doesn't at least make it through to quarterfinals, whether it be in winners or losers bracket, or even semifinals in the losers bracket. So we're really looking just at New Jersey being a very, very strong team overall, rather than Louisiana perhaps, you know, just not being able to keep up. Louisiana was a team that also went 0-2 last year. To note, they faced Texas first round, an unfortunately difficult opponent, and then they lost to Illinois as well. So rough years for Louisiana here.
Yeah, you know, and that's kind of what happens. I feel we've discussed this in the past, but as USC has expanded, the skill range has also expanded to where like the gap between the top and bottoms of the team, bottom teams, has just gotten bigger over the course of time as we've added more teams. They're, you know, you're barely able to scrape together a roster of only 4 players. You're probably not going to get people who are super experienced in tournaments, and that's just kind of how it goes, is that you end up with some teams that struggle a bit. That being said, it looks like we have very quickly gone through our bans. I guess we didn't have a second warm-up. New Jersey, maybe it was, didn't want to warm up, so all good with me. So we have very quickly our bans here. New Jersey banning out Nomad 2, Louisiana banning out Hidden 1, and first pick DT3, which I
get it.
Personally have not seen this yet. But it's going to be New Jersey's first pick in this one, so it's going to be our incredibly old map, linear grid snap from like what, 2008 or something like that.
This is what I would call the hardest map in the pool. I think that the averages will be the lowest on this map over the entire weekend out of the teams that play it compared to everything else in this pool. All of the difficult mechanics maps, all the difficulty maps, this one definitely will have the lowest averages. So this is kind of a case of something that we talked about last week, where if you are on paper and kind of in practice the stronger team overall into these lower seeded teams, especially in the round of 32 and round of 16, you want to pick these harder maps. These are going to create massive gaps in terms of score difference on these early stages. And especially with New Jersey having a lot of very good older map players in here, namely Gaby right up there at the top. Someone who is probably going to absolutely rock this map on these sliders. And there it is. Tons of breaks coming in on these first section of sliders already. Everyone dropping the full combos now, actually, except for Siru.
Yeah, and this score just got out of hand instantly. I'm not even sure. That was really rough for Louisiana, all having a very bad time on those first sliders. Gaby and Siru do throw in a couple of breaks, but New Jersey's already up by, you know, 350k. You do have some combo being regained. Oh, Dahl is at 75 AC. Ah, I see.
Yep,
I see.
Heyman is also joining at 70% now, actually, unfortunately. Everett with Fame Time breaking on that section, actually extremely good performance from Fame Time right now.
Yeah, this map is, like I said, this is the first time I think I've actually seen this map. I don't know if it has been picked at all yet. But yeah, Fame Time is just kind of owning this, and everyone is having a rough go otherwise. He's the only player over 400k. Siru might get there at the end here. Let's see. Siru does get there, and that is 1.5 mil to 500k. Okay, so it's round of 16, and we just saw a team drop 500k. I think this map is kind of hard.
It's hard. Yeah, this map is difficult. Yeah, that's a 1.561 million for New Jersey. 500,000 for Louisiana means that this map officially has a lower average than the lowest averaged. No, it does not, actually. Louisiana, in round of 32, still have a map that had a lower team average than
Okay,
500K.
but that was Fremont 2, right?
Okay, that's true.
That doesn't count. Like they literally went double easy. They were just like they were like playing for content at that point.
So it is slightly higher than the lowest, or slightly lower than the lowest average, which is probably Nomad 1 in round of 32 at 666K from Alabama, it seems then. So that was the lowest average map in round of 32. That lowest average has now gone down to 500K.
Well, it's done now though, and I guess this is, as you said, the hardest map in the pool. There's a reason I think that people have been kind of avoiding it, and we may have just seen why. And Louisiana is going to opt into free mod pool to start things off. They're going to go free mod 3. So we go short, old, weird DT, and now we're just going to go relatively short aim. It's everybody do the flop. You don't need me to tell you about this map. It's just jumps. That's all it is.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
This is the low seed gambit, I think. Like picking like Nomad 1 or, you know, free mod 3 as the case may be, is just like, hey, we're the lower seeded team. We are objectively worse in most metrics that you could possibly measure a match by. So we're going to pick the most RNG skill set, which is just raw aim. And you never know. Also, I'm maybe thinking we'll see some easy in this if Louisiana is going to do what I expect out of them. Like, James easy on this would absolutely not surprise me.
Yeah, I mean, James is an extremely good easy player, so I have zero reason to believe that he probably wouldn't be more comfortable on that, especially with some of the spikes in this map and it being, you know, wafer mapping. I definitely think that this is a James easy route here. I worry for anyone who takes Hard Rock on this, if they do, on the side of Louisiana. This map is extremely high skill cap with Hard Rock compared to the other mods necessary here. I imagine New Jersey going to be pulling in either Water or Gaby for their third on this map. It looks to me that they still need a hidden player. It's going to be Hard Rock 3. That's a reasonable slot, actually, to put in there. Hard Rock 3, another good player. I don't think Hard Rock 3 goes hidden, though, maybe. Are we getting a double easy? One on either side, maybe? I'm interested now. I'm invested in this.
Yeah, I'm really curious what we're going to see here, but we're taking our time finding out. I'm telling James to take NF. I mean, realistically, as long as like one person per team has no fail, it doesn't actually matter that much. It doesn't have a score multiplier, so as long as you can't team fail, it's like not a big deal. On like, since you can't force it, it's just kind of whatever. All right, here we go. Let's see what we're getting. It's easy. Just no mod. This is lame. I'm disappointed.
I was expecting
I'm disappointed.
Stuff. Oh no!
One Hard Rock, one hidden. They flopped the mod choices on this, bro. Doll Hard Rock, Heyman hidden, HDHR Fame Time, and hidden on HR3. Wait, that's hilarious. His name is literally Hard Rock 3, and he's playing hidden on this.
That's crazy.
I'm so disappointed in these teams, man. That's lame.
We got trolled. We got trolled. All right. Well, here's going to be the scenario that we talked about before is, I think, which of the Hard Rock players performs better on this map? This map is, again, significantly more accessible with no mod and hidden in most cases, unfortunately. Oh, HR3 going to trade out with James, but there goes DO11 dropping on the Hard Rock. It's just Heyman left, and Fame Time drops the Hard Rock, however, so it's Siru versus Heyman right now, and Heyman has the hidden advantage.
Yeah, this is at the point of technically winnable for Louisiana if they can bring it back. Here goes Heyman, though. It's a full reset for Louisiana. Siru continues to hold on. Really not a lot going for HR3 or Fame Time here, but Siru is, you know, in a position to solo carry this as the only combo of note in the entire lobby. Bro, can I just say, like, the difference between some of the... actually, we'll touch on this after, but some of these players and others. Siru, though, 99.4 AC, holding the FC. Halfway through. This is only 2 minutes long. Why are we only halfway through? It feels like we've been playing for longer than a minute. That is a slider break from Siru. That is a slider break from Siru. They did establish a 200k lead, though.
Yeah, that's a pretty solid lead. Unfortunately, Or fortunately for Louisiana, HR3 and Fame Time are actually struggling quite a bit. Unfortunately, James and DO11 are not doing an amazing job of backing up Heyman right now, who's actually doing quite a good job on this pick overall. Unfortunately, even with everyone in the lobby having broken, there's only a quarter of the way left to go in the map, and because this is AIM, the note density is not going to be enough to pull this back, I don't think. However, if New Jersey continues finding breaks, it will be. It's about 150k, but there goes Heyman finding a break on something there. And I think that's going to halt that comeback right now. New Jersey's combos now outweighing Louisiana's, and especially with a 4-way break.
Everyone is just struggling a lot, and New Jersey has a lead, so that's all that matters. Like, if you go out in front, and then everyone proceeds to just not combo anything the rest of the way, you're just going to win. And man, top score 534k. The
Rough
difference,
AIM lobby.
not an aim lobby, yeah, not top of the top tier aim teams, perhaps. This is not a skill set that these guys were perhaps quite prepared adequately for on this particular occasion. But it's going to be New Jersey taking the early break point, 2-0 lead, their own pick to come to try to back that up, consolidate that, take the 3-0. Remember, best of 9, so these matches can get out of hand in a hurry. It's going to be DT2 New Jersey. I think this is something that's going to go perhaps a little better for them.
Yeah, I'm going to see New Jersey put up some really good scores overall on here. Everyone in the lobby struggling on Free Mod 3 there. I mean, Siru having the highest with 530k is just wild for a round of 16. Like, you would think that was a semifinals or finals aim map, you know, with the scores that we were seeing on that. So, you know, the map is very spiky. It's very uncomfortable. It's got some weird sliders and weird triples. So I kind of expected the averages to be a little bit lower on that map with aim players in general, but, you know, definitely a lot of struggle there. New Jersey really only winning that map on the back of Fame Time being able to play that more competently with Hard Rock than the Louisiana counterpart, just on that skill cap alone, I think. So it was very close outside of that, though. Heyman doing a fantastic job to hold it down as much as they possibly could with the hidden. But DT2 now, I mean, we're going into these short, high difficulty, super high BPM DTs in here, and this is just going to be Siru's playground right now.
Yeah, this is the, we have at least one good speed player on our roster, and the other team, and I don't think the other team does, type of pick. Siru can just come out and FC this, and, like, probably that is enough on its own with literally any supporting score from the rest of his team. Gotta figure that New Jersey is going to be looking pretty good on this one in this particular matchup. But you never know. I know James plays a lot of DT and not as certain on Dahl and Heyman, so we'll have to see how it goes for those guys. HR3 and Gragumon, I will be honest, I have no idea what these guys are like on DT tapping maps, so we're just going to go in and see. It's going to be a quick one. This is a very short map, but I think if Siru puts in a good score, that will be really valuable for the New Jersey side, as we already see the break from James at the beginning, and the sub 80% act from both James and Heyman. Okay. Can we just go next? Like, this is already over.
Short map, if I've ever seen it. I mean, this is the longest, I think, of the DTs at like 1 and 20 something or whatever. There's a 58-second DT1, and DT3 is slightly shorter as well. And even then, we're halfway through with a triple FC now for New Jersey, and there's a full break from Louisiana. Gragwin gonna find the first break for New Jersey alongside Siru a little bit afterwards. And there goes HR3, everyone breaking on that next spike there, but not before we see a 3-way 500k and a 600k out of New Jersey, compared to the highest score on Louisiana being 300k as of right now on James, as the map slowly comes to a close here. No 1v3 for New Jersey, luckily for Louisiana. Their 874,000 team score compared to the highest, which was 740k on HR3, but pretty freaking close to one, if I've ever had to say so myself. And a 2.1 million team score for New Jersey, actually quite respectable on the DT2. So well done to them. Louisiana struggling on the high BPM.
Yeah, I mean, that's two pretty solid scores from New Jersey on HR3 and on Siru. One miss each could have this could have been like really really brutal without those one misses, because that would all of a sudden be, a 3.1 million against an 874k, which would be one of the more brutal beatdowns I've ever seen, especially in an early round like this. But
Yeah.
yeah, this is honestly, I mean, I I struggle to phrase describing matches like this in a way that avoids being rude to a team, but it's kind of just a skill gap, unfortunately, for Louisiana.
Yeah, 100%. We talk about it at the start of the match. We talk about it through it, right? This is it's somewhat Louisiana's performance, obviously, and these matches are always affected by your own team's performance. But this is more a case of New Jersey is not a team that really belongs in the losers bracket. Let's be perfectly honest. They had a rough go last week. It was their first match with a relatively new roster, like you said, missing a lot of their experienced players, a lot of their team mental holders. And Miles was also not in VC with them last week. I believe he actually is right now to try and kind of hold things together a little bit as their previous captain. But New Jersey was also missing a few players last week as well. So a rough go in the first round of the winners bracket sends a team that, to be perfectly honest, doesn't belong in the losers bracket down a little bit earlier than they should have been down. So you're looking at a team right now who probably should be in winners bracket round of 16 facing off against a team who last year went 0-2 and didn't really make any major roster changes in order to move that around. Understandably, it's hard to make that kind of work happen in the span of a year, but that's the scenario we're in right now. So you can't really knock Louisiana for not being able to make these as close as they might want to, because they're facing an opponent that's probably 1.5 times harder than the opponent that they should have been facing in this round.
You're being very, very PC about this in a way that I was unable to be. Congratulations and thank you for that one. Yeah, this is. I think though the thing is like New Jersey lost to Minnesota, which is
Playing really well.
also a strong team. Like Minnesota had a really good match, so
Quite a good match.
I think this was going to be rough for Louisiana regardless. But yeah, it's a tough scene when you're against teams that have as much tournament experience as some of these rosters do, and are frequent top 16, top 12 in USC historically types of rosters. So always, as I said at the very start, always an uphill battle for this type of team that Louisiana has assembled. But who knows? There's always going to be, a couple more opportunities here to try to put a point on the board as we go into Tengaku, another free mod, another very aim-heavy one. You have James on the Hard Rock, Fluff on the Hidden, Doll on the No mod, Hidden on Gaby, HDHR and Fame Time, Siru, the early break on the No mod for New Jersey, traded with Fluff on the Hidden. So we shall see. This also, New Jersey may have to last pick Nomad 4 if we're going to see it retain its 100% pick rate status, by the way.
Oh. Yeah, that is true. Let's hope we can get it. I think it's possible. Actually, no, I don't know how possible it is, because this is New Jersey's pick here, right? Yeah.
Or, yeah, so... No, this is Louisiana.
This is Louisiana. You're right. You're right. Yes,
I'm like, wait a minute. Don't gaslight.
I was confused for a second, yeah. There's a double break from Fame Time and Fluff right there. Both missing the same spots.
That's good for Louisiana, though.
Yeah, UFC's break already.
Yeah.
Oh, but DO11 missing that back and forth there. It's just James on the Hard Rock now. The skill cap gonna have to stay intact for James right now. He was the top performer for Louisiana last week by a pretty big margin. Does not miss the big back and forth, and Siru does. That's huge for Louisiana right now. Man, New Jersey, I'm ironically actually floundering on the aim picks for Louisiana entirely. So if there was ever a map for them to make some magic happen here, it could be this. Rough accuracy on the plays from James Slider. Literally nothing.
He got slidered, bro. He just missed a slider tick on that back and forth slider. That was tragic. Exactly halfway through.
I'm crying in the club.
That is so sad, man.
Crying in the club. That's 2 S ranks for Louisiana right now. Only one player has missed on their roster, and unfortunately for them now, Gaby's just going to rock this one in with an FC on the hidden, and Fame Time putting up a huge hard rock combo now is just destroying. There goes James with a break alongside Fluff, and this has fallen apart so fast for Louisiana, despite DO11 having pretty good act on the Nomad.
Yeah, Nomad against the hidden FC, though, and 2 solid backing combos. There goes Gaby's FC. New Jersey with a 300k lead, though, and combo supremacy still. Fame Time leading Dahl. I think it's Dahl. I was told it was Dahl. I don't know.
Dahl, yeah.
Stiru also with a solid backing combo on the Nomad. New Jersey is in a fine spot here, despite Gaby breaking the FC. And this one is going to be a little less of a one-sided affair, depending on how the last quarter of the map goes, which is nice to see. Louisiana putting on a little bit of a better showing here. But just the little misaims like that on the hard rock for James, gonna kind of sink the ship, unfortunately, of Louisiana having any sort of chance. Those back and forths and little weird jump patterns just catching him out.
Yeah, man, I mean, this is... Unfortunately, James looks so good at the beginning, but he has just absolutely fallen apart in the second half of this map on the hard rock. Dahl, really, really good performance right now, is actually going to come pretty close to top scoring the lobby if they continue the combo all the way into the ending here. Probably not going to be able to surpass Gaby, but a great performance regardless. And unfortunately for Louisiana, this is actually going to be a little bit further of a gap than everybody do the flop, which was actually only 129,000 score gap between the two teams on that. So the closest map we've seen thus far on that one. And Dahl top scoring the lobby for Louisiana. Exceptional performance from them. However, the team performance from New Jersey, too strong on the consistency from Tengaku. James and Fluff just not able to back up at all. I mean, James looked so good at the beginning, but the ending really, really got to them. And that's a 500,000 score gap for New Jersey, looking mighty comfortable on that as we go into the final pick for New Jersey, who has the opportunity to continue the fully picked Nomad 4 run. And I don't think Nomad 4 would be a bad map for New Jersey, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, Nomad 4 is just the throw caution to the win pick. Like, why not, you know? When you're down 4-0, you're in a match against... It's not your pick, guys. It's...
Gaby!
Wait,
Why are you picking Hidden 2?
What happened here? Oh, it was their pick. It's the 3-2. Yeah. Okay, sorry.
Why, Gaby?
This is not the right pick. This is not the right pick, Gaby. This is supposed to be Nomad 4.
Toho. I know Miles told them to pick Toho. I guarantee it.
I don't care. Can I force them to play Nomad 4 so it stays 100%?
Miles, fix this. Fix your mistake. Mods, please.
This needs to be Nomad 4.
Resolve your error.
So, I mean, like, objectively, this is almost certainly the better pick between the Nomad 4. Like, this is definitely a better pick for New Jersey, but I still don't want them to pick it. Also, if they win this, there are no Nomads and no Hard Rocks picked in this match. This is literally going to be, it's going to be 1 hidden pick, 2 free mods, 2 DTs, and that's it.
Wow.
But, yeah, it's, like a kind of Amy AR8 hidden. Pretty straightforward. It just has AR8 on it. Yeah, this is like, you're probably just going to win this because you're better at hidden and low AR, but I still wish this was Nomad 4 instead because I think that would be more funny.
Yeah, I mean, this is just, for New Jersey, if you want to guarantee by the strongest sense of the word a 5-0, this is the map to go. I mean, Gaby Water Fame Time would honestly beat 90% of rosters in this tournament on this skill set, with the exception of probably like three teams. But did New Jersey need to pick a map that was as strong for them as Hidden 2 in order to win their last pick, given the performances between both teams thus far, and the closest map being 130k and the next closest being over 500k? Probably not, but, you know, Miles Toho. This is for the culture. Yeah, I know, Miles. I am aware that this is for the culture.
Well, I don't care if this is for the culture. You picked Nomad 4 to keep Nomad 4 doing Nomad 4 things. Okay, like, Louisiana just has to win this so they can pick Nomad 4 themselves. That being said, I don't think they're going to win this. Like, just looking at the accuracy through the first 80 combo, I don't think Louisiana is going to win this. I'm sorry, guys.
Oh, Water and Dahl trade, though, already.
Yeah, it's true. 92 Act James. Dahl versus 98, 99, 99. Show.
We're not even at the finger control section yet, man. Like, we're just in the...
Wait.
What is happening?
Okay, Dahl broke as well. Heyman and James are actually still holding. Never mind. Heyman is not holding anymore.
It's still doable, finger control.
You know, right, James is an easy player, so low
no
AR
FCs.
should be fine for him. There's literally... James
New
is
Jersey.
FC.
There's no FCs on New Jersey.
New Jersey has no FCs.
New Jersey. Miles, what is the culture of New Jersey right now? Is this your culture?
The culture is actually
James. The culture is James.
The culture is James. Former Michigander James dragging Louisiana to a point. Surely, James is going to drag Louisiana to a point. Notable low AR hidden state Michigan sending a member off to Louisiana and having him carry on low AR hidden.
It's not going to be enough with Dahl though right now at 148K.
Yeah.
They're getting third player gapped hard unless New Jersey finds another 3 breaks right now, unfortunately, and they've made it through the hardest section of the map. But massive props to James for having a great score for his team. Unfortunately, New Jersey as a trio coming out on top strongly, as we discussed at the start of the map, even if it looked possible at the start there, with them absolutely flopping the easiest section of the map. Well done, James.
Is that an FC? Just was low enough fact that it's sub 1 million?
Yeah, that is an FC from James right there. Full combo. Perfect combo.
Unfortunately, he 1v2'd his teammates by like 200K, and it didn't matter.
That's tragic.
Shout out to James.
James, no help.
Also, I do not see it. Fame times score. I do not see it.
Unaware.
Water 840K. Like, again, it's just New Jersey having a full roster. If you have 6 players, this match looks, I think, a little bit different because Louisiana got third playered ridiculously hard on multiple maps. They got third playered super hard on this map. They got second and third playered pretty hard on Tengaku. And then they just struggled on a couple of the other picks. But, you know, it is what it is. You're a 4-player roster. You do the best you can. You put your best foot forward. And sometimes, even when you do that, you go 0-2. They are going to be the second team eliminated from USC this year. So they're going to finish down in bottom 8. Unfortunately, 25th through 32nd. But we thank them for getting a team. We thank them for playing. We thank them for giving us some entertaining moments like that free mod 2 last week. And in the meantime, we congratulate New Jersey taking the win. They will head into losers round 2 next week to face off against the loser of New York versus Washington.
Oh boy.
Yeah, New York versus Washington, a good match in its own right. And then New Jersey against that one should be a pretty fun losers bracket encounter. So we'll look forward to that next week.
Yeah, well done to both teams here in New Jersey, cleaning up a hell of a lot from last week. And Louisiana, it's always good to see them come out here, you know, even with our lower seeded teams, you know, having a state come out for United States Cup multiple years in a row, like we kind of mentioned, you know, Louisiana is a longer time participant of United States Cup. So, you know, we thank them for continuing to rock it out and make it through another year of United States Cup. But we'll be saying goodbye to them, like you said, and taking a bit of a short break after this match before our next matchup. We have another 2-ish hours, hour and a half until our next matchup, which will be Alabama versus Nevada.
That is at
or is that
22. That is 2.5 hours.
So it's 2.5 hours, yes.
Yeah, that's going to be the start of our crazy block as well. We have 22 UTC, 23 UTC, 0 UTC with 2 matches at that point. And then we go back-to-back doubles at 3 and 4 UTC. So this evening gets pretty intense pretty quick. But yeah, so 2.5 hour break until we come back for Alabama, Nevada, our next losers bracket match for this week. So I hope to see you guys all there. It should be another fun one. I think those two teams pretty evenly matched with some of the players. Nevada, of course, the much higher seed, will be favored, but that's why we play the matches. So thank you to everybody for watching. Congratulations again to New Jersey on the win. Thank you to Chillier for commentating, Rob for reffing, Shadoos for streaming. And we will see you guys all in just a couple of hours as the second weekend here at USC 2024 continues onward. Goodbye for now. See you on the other side.